I'm looking at all the beautiful photographs today on Facebook and Instagram of people's kids going off to school in their spanking new uniforms and brand new school bags, and everybody's looking really, really well. And I'm thinking about the amount of kids that sometimes end up in my room when things get out of control at home. And I want to address the parents who are afraid to discipline their children. If you are afraid to discipline your children, I want you to watch this video. And when you're finished watching this video, I want you to go onto my YouTube channel and I want you to look up a video called False Peacekeepers, okay? Unfortunately, when we're afraid to discipline our kids for fear of a tantrum, for fear of them, cracking off, for fear of doors being slammed or walls being punched or just not rowing in with family life, all you're doing is sticking a plaster on something that needs stitches. And if you can't discipline your kids when they're teeny tiny, you're giving them a lack of boundaries. And as you all know, boundaries is my second favourite word. No is my first favourite word. If we can't boundary them as the people who love them the most, and they don't respect that, can you imagine what they'll be like when they go out into the world, into secondary school and into college if they get there, and into work if they get there? Imagine not being able to take instruction from another human being because your parents simply didn't gift you the amazing experience of learning consequences for your actions. So if you're the kind of parent who makes excuses for your children's behaviour, or excuses for how they're speaking because they're tired, or they had a bad day, or they're not feeling well, or they slept too long, or they ate too much, or they didn't eat enough, just have a little look at your moral backbone and where you're going with this, okay? It is everybody's business to boundary kids. And sometimes in public, if I see kids being cheeky or acting out of line, and there's adults around these kids and they're not putting manners on them and explaining to them with love what's acceptable and not acceptable, I'm kind of looking around going, is nobody going to help these kids? And that's all it is. These kids are gifted to us and it's a blank canvas, and we get to choose the colour of the paints that we put on that canvas. But if you're choosing not to put colours on the canvas, you're doing that child a disservice. So do them a favour and give them the guidelines of what's right from wrong, what's acceptable and unacceptable behaviour. Ask them and teach them how to apologise properly, Learning how to apologise properly, good eye contact and meaning it. How can I make it better? That'll never happen again. How can I make it up to you? All of them things. We are creating little human beings that have to live in the world when we're no longer here. And you have to remember, these are our legacy. These are the people who are going to carry on our name. So when we're no longer here, what will people say about our children? Now listen, I don't have two perfect kids. Far from it. Far from it. I have to discipline my children every day of the week. But I have to be consistent and persistent in my habits there. I don't let up for a minute with the discipline in this house. Now listen, they get loads of leeway and I give them independence. I want them to be independent people. But as soon as, if they mess up that independence, it's taken off them until they can earn it back. So I'm just looking at all the little gorgeous faces going off to school on Facebook today, and I'm saying to myself, I hope they're not going to end up to be a statistic of somebody else who ends up in my office with a lack of boundaries, with total disrespect for their elders, and the parents saying, I don't know what to do. Don't let yourself be one of them people.